What this video needs is more ether band. Ether band is a term I smithed to account for the manifold miraging effects observed over distance, whether terrestrial or aquatic. Aether simply refers to the air and all its constituent elements which compose its nature. Band refers to that area of 3D space which contains the observation being made. This band can be as broad as the entire field of view or a smaller, isolated section. The aether band is the cause of every minute and alternating effect under the broad category of mirage. That is, fata morgana, inferior mirage, or superior mirage, or any other optical or atmospheric distortion or refraction or whatever the hell happens out there.
Hello, what ho! Welcome back to another exciting adventure of The Plain Truth. I'm your host, Travis Finley. I have been sitting at this computer all day. I got the unfortunate day off. Did not want a day off, and it's shit conditions outside. Cold, wet snow. But anyway, I've been going through footage like crazy, just trying to find examples to offer up to you for your consideration. So what I'm going to do again is this is a follow-up to the I was video where I tried to clear up that discrepancy on this shot here. Let me do this because it's a little bit... No, it's not going to work. Alright, hold on real quick. Alright, we'll just leave it like that, okay? What am I trying to see why that something dropped here? I don't know why. Sorry, I'm distracted by my OBS. I got all... For some reason, what is that in front of the... What is this in front of the Fonzie thing? Like the Fonzie used to be visible, and now it's not, so... Is there something in the way? What is that? I'm trying to see. I think it's my... There goes my clothing pile. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There you go. Sorry, little OCD there. Okay, so this image was presented on Brandon's show the other day, and the issue was that Ranty understood that these were different focal lengths, and I had forgotten that they were, and thought that I had shot both with the same focal length. So when I told him that, it kind of threw his methodology off a little bit, but I made that first video, and then after I was driving the rest of the day, I was thinking back on it, and I remembered part of my methodology, right? So I'm trying to think through how to say this and present it. So when I take these shots, right, you can see the frame of the shot here. You can see, I crack a Smurfy eye. I hate it when that happens. I clicked on the pointer. Okay, so you can see that I framed the shot with this cape here and this landmass here, and then the distant land in the background, right? So then you can come over here and see that the frame is very similar, and you've got the cape, you've got the land, and you've got the land over here as well. Okay, now the thing for us to recognize is that the reason why these are different focal lengths is due to the magnification of them through the medium. Okay, so this is presented to us in a magnified presentation that is observable with these trees right here. You can even see the fork in the tree right there, and then whatever this white dot is here. Okay, so now we're going to go over here. Let me go back. Okay, you see how close this is to the apparent horizon? Okay. All right, so now we're coming back over here. Now we have the trees right here. You can see the trunks, but you can't see the fork in it unless I changed. I'm sure if I went into the levels, I could change it. But then there's this white dot here. But look at all of the pasture or lawn that's below this that you can see, right? So my point in this is that the focal lengths are different because of how the field of view is presenting itself to us. So if I had, okay, this is 357, okay, on the metadata it's 357, and this is 321. Now, if I had zoomed in to this image to 357, okay, let me go back here. Go back here. Let me see if I can just, I'm trying to think through how to do this. Okay, let me see. Let me do this. Bring that back down. Okay. All right, so we have this treetop here and this treetop here. So we have a bit more in the field of view here and a bit more over here, and this is 321. Okay, so what I mean is that it's zoomed out from here, right? So if 321, if this was 321, then we should expect to see you know, maybe the same amount of trees here and here. Okay. The tricky part is when I'm taking these shots, I simply zoom in until I get this framed pretty similar. So I don't know. There's no I don't know. Can I do that? I think it just shows the f-stop. I don't think it shows the zoom level. The only distance I know when I'm zooming in is the full optical, because the camera stops there automatically, and the metadata on that is 428 millimeters. Okay, so I guess what I'm saying is that if this were zoomed into 357 like this would be a shorter field of view on the left and the right. Okay, I don't know how much. I don't know if it would cut off this, but it depends on the day. Sometimes if I'm going to show you some shots of images with the same focal length, and the field of view is not the same. Okay, all right. Anyway, this, I'm going to just zoom in again with this. Okay, since we had a little bit of a break from what I was saying before, again, let's do this. You have to understand the phenomenon of what's going on right here. We have an inferior mirage right here, okay? So that inferior mirage is obstructing whatever is right above the apparent horizon. So I would suggest that this block here is doubled. It has an inferior mirage in it, and then these trees are not physical. They are physical, then right here. This thing is always so fickle. I wish it was more. I wish it was a smoother. Like if I drop it down, it'll drop too far. Like it's not dropping right now. I'm moving my mouse down, and then all of a sudden, anyway. Okay, so right here at the line, above the horizon right here, that is a mirage. Those are not the physical trunks of the trees. Okay, so where is the physical land that you can see right here? All right, so look at all of this land that's gone. So this is diminished, and this is magnified. It's clearly magnified. I mean, again, look, you can see the tree, the trunk of the tree, right? You can see the fork, right? You can kind of see it there, but it's not as again, it's the conditions of the day, but it's not as large. I guess let me try to think of how I would say that then, right? Let me see. Okay, so this is 357. This is closer. This is closer than this. But this looks closer than the 357 because of how big this is. I also noticed that there's a house here hiding out. That's interesting. So maybe that's what Ranty was saying about a house. So I thought he was talking about this right here. I don't know how he would think that was a house, but maybe I misunderstood what was going on. All right, I'm rambling. So let's see what. Can't do that while it's zoomed in. Okay, this was the very first image that I put together to demonstrate that the magnification happens in these shots, all right? Both of these are the same focal lengths, okay? So you can see the and these are two, like if I put up, that would be interesting to do because the left is 428 and the other one was 357. So it would be interesting to put a 357 up against the 428. All right. I lost my train of thought. I'm just out of it. Okay, so let's go over here. Let me just see this. The light blue text says, what we need to realize is that the entire field of view is shifted and distorted proportional to the strength of the ether band. Okay, so let me see. Is there something? So you can basically see the same tree line in the back, right? This goes up like this, that ridge. That goes up like that, okay? But we're missing this part right here that we can't see, but that's also because of the lack of clarity there. And then when we get over here, oops. When we get over here, this tree, I believe, is right here. It could be this, and if it is, then you've got basically the same scale, right? That's about the same size as what it comes out here. But what I'm trying to present to you is that the medium is responsible for raising this up, lowering this down, making it recede into the background, or bringing it closer to you. So that's what we had with. That's what we had here. This is brought closer to us. Okay, it shortens this, and you can see even here, this water is what I consider loomed up. All right, it's ramped up through the medium, so that this is cutting off this right here. But even when that happens, you know, this. Let's see if I can say it this way. It's really interesting because this is 2 miles closer than this. This land right here, that's 2 miles closer. And so you can see the darkness in there, you know, the darkness right there. So you have a bit cut off, or even, you know, it's even moved back. It's even slid back, right? That's crazy. There's so many variables going on at the same time. But you can see the water here looks like I'm higher up and farther away. It looks like it stretches farther out into the distance. This looks to me like a shorter distance between the observation, and that's entirely optical. Okay? All right. Really, okay, this is only 16 minutes so far, so let's see. All right. All right, this is 250. I'm trying to make this a little bit smaller. Sorry. I don't know why it just didn't open the window the same way I had it before. Okay. All right. This is 250. Okay, so this is, what was the other one? 321. Okay, so this is this is not zoomed in as far, right? So you've got more in your field of view, right? You've got more in your field of view. Now, I noticed in this image here, this brown strip below the tree line is the shoreline, and I very rarely, I can't even think of, except for this, I can't think of when I've seen the shoreline for that, which is unfortunate because of how clear, hopefully how much distance we would be able to see here if it was clear. All right, now you can see that here, over here going to this image. Okay, both of these are 428. Okay, and this is the condition that I consider for looming. That is, we are seeing farther into the distance than we normally see. Now think back to what we saw before with the 321. This is zoomed in almost another 30% closer, but look what is fitting in the field of view, right? Anyway, so the conditions for looming present a very fuzzy, distorted image on both the water and the objects, boats and whatnot. But what I want to draw to your attention is right here, where the tree ends. You can see this very, very thin. I really don't know how this is going to translate on your end, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, this is another instance where I don't see this very often. This dark part right here is possibly either a shadow or land, but what you'll notice is that the water level is beyond the tree, so this is around the cape, so we're seeing farther than I have seen before. Let's just come back over here real quick and see, so in these conditions of looming, inferior miraging rarely takes place. So I'm confident saying we can see straight down to the shoreline right here. Okay, and we would just have to have an opportunity when someone else could be over there and flashing a flashlight and whatnot. But this is just moving into the distance, Okay, so now let's go to the next one. Another instance of looming, and you can actually now see even more of that. Now again, that's why I'm saying that this is possibly land, because it's here again, even though this is a different day. But you can see more of the water extending into the distance here. Okay. All right. Let's see. This one, I didn't mark these off. Oh yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think if I did. I do remember that these are like, this is I think 317. This is 350. Oh, sorry. This is 317, this is 350, and this is 368. Okay? So, again, the framing of the shot is just basically these two lands with this in the middle. Okay? So this is a farther zoom. This is zoomed in, and then this is zoomed in. But notice here the similarity of the left extension of the land here is proportional to this, it appears to me. But then look how much less of the land over here that we have. Like if I had zoomed in, if I had cut off this land, there's no way we would see this. So this is really interesting to me right here. That is really, really interesting. So the thing that I'm thinking about right now is that this is 6 miles away, and it's possible that this entire cape right here is swallowed up in this mirage right here. Like it's right there, but we can't see it because this is 4 miles closer than this. So this isn't going to be necessarily in the same position. So you see what, and so even right here, you've got again this looming up of this water. It looks like I'm close to the water and low down to it. This one looks like I'm higher up and farther away. This looks a little bit like in the middle, right? So I think what I'm going to do right here is, I don't know why this one. All right. Is this the one? I thought I had another one. It must have closed down by accident. Okay. Let me get my thoughts. Focal length. I didn't. All right. The crack. All right, let me see. This one is a panel. Ay, ay, ay. I wanted to move. Okay, so this is the same focal length. This is actually into the magnification. Okay, but look at how compressed the shoreline is here and not here, right? You've got again, this is about 50 feet of distance to the house and then about 15 feet elevation, okay? But look how much there's compression here, okay? So this again this is looming, all right? This is looming to a certain extent because we can see down to the shoreline, but the house here is larger, right? I'd say that's larger, okay? All right. Let me see. Can't remember now what I'm doing. For some reason, I'm just so not focused as much as I want. All right, sorry. All right, so again, we have the same setup. So I'm at the same shoreline. I'm at the same elevation. And you have the house is raised up, right? We have an inferior mirage here. Here I would say we have no apparent horizon. You can see the brown underneath this pavilion. So everything is compressed here very, very narrow, acute angle. The house is bigger, clearer, crisp. It's more crisp. It's crisper, right? Okay. I mean, you know, if you look at the distance between the left and the right, its frame is, right? That's the same distance is right there, right? Same distance. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else I can think of here. I'm trying to think of magnification, right? Magnification, magnification. Magnification, focus, focus, focus. All right. There's a lot in here, so we'll just flip through and see if something happens. Something comes to mind. Sorry I'm not more efficient with this. Okay, so the Aether band is the cause for every effect observed over distance, whether terrestrial or aquatic. It causes landscapes to rise or fall in tandem with the whole field of view. Okay, so that is the okay, again, I set up at the same location on the ground. Okay, so I'm not lower on the ground here, right? That's not that doesn't demonstrate that I'm lower, that I set my camera up lower. This is the way the medium drops this scene. Okay, you can see that this house, that the roof here is compressed left to right. Okay, it's shorter. Just trying to see stuff. Just trying to see stuff. All right. Here you can see, let's see. Is this the same one? No, it's 11. Okay. All of these are the same focal length. Okay, 321, same focal length. And you know, you've got this house is higher than this one. This house is higher than this one. This house is higher than this one. You've got the different shapes here. You've got the entire shoreline here. Okay, so there's multiple effects going on. Same focal length here, 357. I mean, look at that, right? I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, right? So, you know, this is magnified. This is bigger than this. It's bigger than this, right? This is magnification. This is compression. Look at that. That is absolutely crazy. So, so this is what I'm saying. If I had framed this shot the way that this shot is framed, it would be zoomed out so that you could have as much of the trees in your field of view. But if, like, okay, so because this is 357 and this is 357, they should both have the same field of view in both pictures. If I'm taking a picture of the same location from the same, if I'm taking a picture of the same observation from the same location, both of these images should be the same. But there's more in this field of view. It looks like I'm zoomed out. I'm not. This is 357. This is 357. Okay. This is both 428. These are both the same, 428, right? This is not fit into the same. You can't fit. If I made this one bigger to match this, it wouldn't be the focal length. But these are both the same focal length. You can see more water into the distance. You can see less water. Look how short that is cut off. Right? Like, how far away is this from me? How far away is this from me? Okay? All right, each of these photos is taken from the same elevation and distance. The only thing that changes is the medium. The apparent horizon is only that. The apparent horizon is only that, as one can clearly see the shoreline in the right panel. In the left panel, the water is apparently lifted up, so that the appearance is given that the viewer is lower and closer to the water, while the right panel gives the appearance of a viewer is farther away and higher up. Water also has a different texture to it due to the condition of the medium. Not only that, but of the day. But you can see how pixelated the water is here at the top, right? But the water isn't stretching all the way to the shoreline. Here it is. It's going all the way to the shoreline. And then look at the position of the buoy, right? Don't know. This is... I don't have any markings on this, but it looks like it's the same day, just put side by side. I think, oh, that's what I was doing. There's so much that I have that I just get distracted. It's right here, you can see that it opens up, right? Right there. So that's the question that I posed on Brandon's yesterday is, you know, oh, light bends down to the more dense medium, light bends down to the more dense medium. What's happening right there when that opens up? What's happening right there? Right there in the middle. It's not happening here. It's not happening here. It's happening right at the fold line. Anybody out there? Does anybody know? I guess I could just email Andrew Thomas Young and ask him. You know, at the fold line, when the fold line starts to develop, has anybody listen, people, you can't science that. You can't science that. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Right? Same focal length. Same or similar conditions of looming. It's all distorted, right? But this one's even more compressed. Right? Look how far the water stretches out. This water doesn't stretch out the same. All right, there's that. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up with what I was actually working on pretty much all day today. This is one of the H platforms in the Channel Islands where I shoot. Okay, and can I move this? Right here. Okay, these are all the same focal lengths. These are 321. And there, you know, if you were to see this by itself, you might think that that's entirely physical all the way down. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen it in an inferior mirage. I mean, we're going to see it in just a second, but I'm not real sure I can say that there's an inferior mirage right there. So I'm not going to say that, okay? But what I will do real quick is... Can't decide if that's level or not. I'd like to make this, yeah, that's pretty good, right? That platform there, that right there, that one seems a little bit off, right? Look at that. Oh, there you go. I don't know. See, but I don't know if I can't tell. It's as big as it goes, and I can't tell if it's level. I think that's level right there, because I matched up to that. Okay, so that's that. It's a little bit higher, right? The middle image is a little bit higher, right? Right there, yeah, it's a little bit higher. Right there, yep, higher. Right there, it's a little bit higher, okay? And now, moving over here, this is the crazy freaking part right there. Look at that drop, okay? This is what is called sinking. Okay. Oops. I thought I was gonna do a finger point. Okay, now this has been dropped down. Okay, this is the same location, same elevation, same location. Where did the feet of the platform go? You can even see that there's an inferior mirage right there. That's an inferior mirage as well. Okay, so you can tell the scale is smaller. Like you can't see the scale of that crane is smaller than this one, right? This has been scaled down. This has been scaled down here, right? Like if I were to crop this off and then drop it over here, I would have to reduce the size of this to match the scale of this. But this is the same distance and same observation height. But we've got this phenomenon where it drops it down. It's sinking. But I'm trying to think of this. I can't remember what I was going to say. I do plan on going through Andrew Thomas Young's data with the different demonstrations of refraction and showing my images, because he doesn't use real images with his information. He draws pretend pictures. Let me. I smell my dinner. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so I thought I left it open, but it doesn't look like I did. Let's go back here. Okay, here, 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 I think, yeah, is this it? No. Okay. This is a presentation of magnification with the Anacapa lighthouse. Okay. These are all three of these, all four of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all 357 magnums. Focal length, okay? 357 focal length. Okay, same location, everyone. Same location, everyone. Same location, everyone. Okay, this is the same distance, same location. This island is smaller than this one. But the lighthouse there is smaller than this lighthouse. This lighthouse is magnified. This one is not. We can clearly see the arch right here. Here we cannot, but I'm going to tell you where it is. It's right there. Right there. There it is again. Right there. It's right there. Here's the lighthouse. Look how high up this is, right? This is magnification. This is magnified more than this, but the lighthouse to scale, in my opinion, here is, well, maybe it's, I don't know. I guess, no, well, yeah, I would say that that is, let me make this bigger. Oops. Okay. So you can see that at least it's a clearer image. Oh, look at that. That's 20 miles away. 20 miles away, right? So I mean, you can clearly see that you've got that massive inferior mirage on the island. This one is not. There's no. These are the conditions for looming here. We're seeing farther, right? See, we can see the arch here, whereas here we can't. I would suggest that the medium is bringing this zoomed into us, and that is conflicting with the levels of the how would I want to say that? It's like two different lensing effects going on. They both come together and create this. Oops. All right, going over here. Okay, there. All right. Oops. Okay. Now, again, these ones are the same as the ones previous. So you can see here, this is the same day. This is an hour apart. Okay. So in this hour, the arch gets squashed. That column gets shrunk. The topography is recognizable, but I would say that it's a different scale. And then this is, what, 2 days later? Okay, 2 days later. And you can see what you can see. You know, the lighthouse is clearly stretched and looking larger than it is. You've got this whacked out block of the arch, whereas this is flattened out. This one's standing up, right? If if this were in an inferior mirage, you would not see the arch. The arch would be swallowed up in that mirage. Okay. All right, so then this is the same day as the last one. I wonder if I can do that. I guess maybe I'll try to do that right now with you guys, but I'll just do this right now. Okay, so this is same, okay? Right there is the lighthouse. That's where the lighthouse is. You can't even see it. Can't even tell what it is. Can't even tell what it is. Can't even see the arch right here. Right? Okay. Now, look at how big the lighthouse is here. Look at how the lighthouse is stretched up. All right? Okay? So this is the same day. This is 20 minutes apart. That's 20 minutes. There you go. Okay. All right, this is early morning. You've got a massive, massive inferior mirage that just completely swallows this up. So I would suggest that this is loomed up, brought closer to us, shortening the distance. You can clearly see that this seems to stretch out. It's going, it's going, it's going. This is not. And you've got this massive mirage. There's the lighthouse. Where's this island here? See all this island? Where is that? Right? Crazy Shinola, bros. Bros and girls. All right, and then this is another one. Same focal length. These are screenshots from a video. Okay? But look at this. This is crazy beautiful. Look at how crisp and beautiful that is. All right? Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to get the PNG. Okay? But you can clearly see that this lighthouse is bigger than this lighthouse. It's magnified. Okay? All right, let me see if I can remember where I put the PNG for. I don't know if I can remember. I think. Oh, wait. Think. There we go. Alright, so what that means is I've got to come over here. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves while I get this. While I get this Anacapa PNG set up. Alright, so This is my shot of Anacapa from about a mile away. Shout out to Captain Joe Mama for taking me out on this July 18th. Okay, so I mean, if you think about this, right? Here's the similar scale, right? Boop, right there. Boop. Except it doesn't match up, right? Here's the end of the island, and the lighthouse and stuff doesn't match up. All this stuff is shifted, like right? Okay. Put the house right there. Right, there's the lighthouse. Right, there's the lighthouse. Let's do this. Maybe just somebody's gonna bitch about it not being the same size, I guess. But there's the lighthouse. You know, and then you've got. So anyway, what was I gonna say? Right. So if this lighthouse is on the water right there, we should always see the arch, but we don't. And it's not because it's behind the curve, because we can see it sometimes and we can't see it the other times. The only thing that changes is the medium. It magnifies, it stretches, it distorts, does lots of beautiful, magical-y things, right? Okay. You know, it is what it is. Love me, it is what it is. This has been another exciting adventure of The Plain Truth. I'm your host, Travis Finley, with my little resurrected mustache. It's coming along. It's coming along. All right. Until next time.